Good afternoon. We'll now start. First of all, I'd like to welcome everybody to this pep talk. Please mute yourself, but always show your video picture. Sign in your name, your Facebook account, or email address in the chat box. Please include the names of companions attending with you. Use the chat box to ask questions and make comments while the pep talk is on. There will be group pictures at the start and end of the pep talks, so show your face in the video. A reminder after the pep talk is to take the online learning com evaluation test exercise for mastery of learning and have a perfect score to get a certificate like the one shown here. I have placed the link in the chat box already. Another reminder, obtaining 25 OLETE certificates will entitle one mentee to a free RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. Another request, please type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. Thank you. Let's now have a group picture taking before we start the pep talk proper in 2 minutes. Please turn on your video now and show your faces. Okay. Ready? 1, 2, 3. I have a patient empowerment program in which I like to empower the lay people or patients to take control in their health. I started the pep talk on May 15, 2021. During the COVID-19 pandemic, there are 3 courses in the pep talk. I completed the core course on October 9, 2021, and then from October 23, 2021 onwards, I've been tackling health disorder and health issue courses. May 17, 2025, marks the start of year 5, number 5, for the RO Hoson Pep Talk. How long the pep talk will last will depend on the enthusiasm, discipline, and perseverance of everybody. My pep talk today is entitled Warning Symptoms for Colorectal Cancers. This is my contribution to the Philippine Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in March. The empowerment objective is for the lay people to have a basic understanding of the warning symptoms for colorectal cancers in their health management. The contents of this particular pep talk will be the following. When is the National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in the Philippines? What are the ultimate main objectives of the Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in the Philippines? And then what is a colorectal cancer? What are the warning symptoms? What to do when there are warning symptoms for colorectal cancer? Okay. Or what to do if one has the warning symptoms for the colorectal cancer? Disclaimer, the R.O. Hoson Pep Talk contains the R.O. Hoson thoughts, perceptions, opinions, and recommendations culled from personal experiences of R.O. Hoson and other professionals. Let's start with the first topic. When is the National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in the Philippines? The National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month is placed in every March of each year in the Philippine National Health Calendar of the Department of Health. So today is still March 21. Okay. So what are the ultimate objectives, main objectives of the National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in the Philippines? For the Filipino citizenry, the main objective will be to create awareness and then, if needed, the to implement some actions, okay, for on the following areas: cancer prevention of colorectal cancer, awareness on how to prevent colorectal cancer, awareness on early diagnosis, the importance of early diagnosis and early treatment, and then awareness on how to access to medical care. For the responsible institutions like the Department of Health, healthcare providers, hospitals, etc., okay, so they have to promote the achievement of the above these objectives for the Filipino people. So they have to promote achievement of cancer prevention of colorectal cancer, early diagnosis, treatment, access to care for all the Filipino patients with possible colorectal cancers. What is a colorectal cancer? Colorectal cancer is a cancer involving the colon and rectum. Yeah, colo means colon, rectal, rectum. So this is an illustration of the large intestine. The other term for the colorectum is the large intestine. Small intestines are here, and then eventually it will connect to the large intestine. Okay, so this is the appendix is here. Then the cecum, this is the name for this part of the colon. Then ascending, pataas kasi, that's why it's called ascending. Dito rin ang direction ng agos ng mga feces, pag ganon. And then here at this part, it's called hepatic plexure kasi malapit sa liver. In liver is hepa, okay? So that's why it's called hepatic plexure. This is part of the colon that is near the liver. Then transverse colon kasi paharang, okay, horizontal. That's why it's called transverse colon. And then in this part, we call that left or splenic plexure. Kasi andito malapit ang spleen in this area. That's why it's called splenic plexure. And then pababa naman, corresponding to the ascending, then you have the descending colon naman, pababa siya. And then in this part, we call that sigmoid colon, and then the last part is the rectum. And then pinaka-last nito, exit nito is the anus, yung puwet. No? So any part of the colon and rectum may be involved in the so-called colorectal cancer, any part. No? What are the warning symptoms for colorectal cancers? One should start suspecting the possibility of colorectal cancer when certain alert symptoms or warning symptoms or risk situations appear. This is especially very common in terms of age group, especially in adults over 50 years old or in people with certain risk factors like family history. Although more common in older age group, we have to remember that colorectal cancer can develop in anybody at any age, pwede rin sa younger age. Mga 13, 14, 15, pwede pa rin, or even younger. So it does not excuse anybody, walang exemption. Okay? But the more common age group will be on those 50 and above. So ito yung table that illustrates yung the distribution in the Philippines. So those less than 15 years old, may 3% pa rin yung colorectal cancer. So it's very rare. And then 15 to 39, mga 10 to 15%. And then 40 to 49 years old, nag-umpisa na rising incidence. And then more than 50, 75 to 90%, andyan siya. No? Okay. So this is majority of cases will be seen here. So the peak of the colorectal cancer is at age 50 to 70 years old. What are the warning symptoms again? So just remember 7 symptoms, warning symptoms. Number 1 is the persistent change in the bowel habits. Okay. Bowel habits means how you make poo-poo. No? Is it regular, irregular? Is it diarrhea or yung mga constipation? So basta there's a persistent means that it's lasting for more than 2 to 3 weeks. We call that persistent change already. So it can be that dati hindi ka constipated and then you have constipation setting in bago. Okay. So lasting for 2 to 3 weeks and then may diarrhea rin. Now that's another yung persistent diarrhea for 2 to 3 weeks. Then nag-alternate sa constipation and diarrhea. So, minsan one day constipation, the other day diarrhea, or 2 days constipation, 1 day diarrhea, the 2 days diarrhea, basta nag-alternate. No? And then the type of stools, pag nakita niyo yung dumi ninyo, form stools, nakikita niyo, very narrow, yung makitid, makipot, no? So very small caliber. And yet sometimes they call it goat-like stools, goat caliber size stools, or pencil-thin stools. Okay. So persistent change in bowel habits lasting for more than 2 weeks. No? Anything unusual, such as bowel habits, this is the probably the earliest reliable warning symptom for cancer. Then blood in the stools, pag may blood, mas nakakatakot na ngayon. No? So it can be in the form of a bright, yung malinaw na malinaw, yung pulang-pula, red blood in the stool, or it can come in the form of dark or black stools. Black stools meaning, the other term for that is melena. Black stools kasi yung mga blood in the stools usually originate dun sa mas mataas, mas mataas sa baba, no? Let's say sa transverse colon, sigmoid dun sa cecum, no? Pagbaba dun sa sigmoid descending colon, nagiging black na. No? Now, occult blood detected on testing, pag merong, if you had an examination done, no, and it shows some occult blood, no, you should start suspecting colon cancer, colorectal cancer. So a note here that even small amounts of repeated yung persistent bleeding should raise a suspicion for possible colorectal cancer. Okay. It doesn't have to have big amount of bleeding. Kahit na konti lang, pero palagi, every day, probably for 2 to 3 weeks, dyan, no, magsususpect na tayo ng colorectal cancer. Later on, I'll be discussing how to distinguish it from hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids kasi nagkakos din ng bleeding. The third warning symptoms will be unexplained anemia, pallor. Anemia means maputla, no? Especially iron deficiency anemia in adults. No? And then the patient usually feels palagi napapagod, fatigue, weakness, may nanghihina, and then pallor means pale skin. No? Maputla ang balat. No? So this can occur, bakit itong meron kang anemia, usually may bleeding ka at matagal ang bleeding for a long time and it's coming from the colon cancer. Okay. So walang nararamdamang masakit ang pasyente, walang yung change of bowel habit, pero may bleeding going on for a long time. Kaya because of the long-standing bleeding, nawawala yung mga dugo, no? Kaya they end up with anemia or nagiging maputla. Yung another warning symptom will be persistent abdominal pain. Yung persistent. I want to emphasize in persistent. Yung every now and then, isang pain lang today, after 1 month, no? Well, for 1 month, wala na. Umulit after 6 months, hindi yon, no? So persistent meaning probably daily or every other day, no? For the past 2 to 3 weeks, no? So it can comes in the form of abdominal cramps, o kahit na anong pain, no? Okay, mahirap ko minsan describe yung type of pains. Okay. Then bloating sensation, parang nakakabagan. And then feeling of incomplete evacuation, parang hindi nauubos yung dumi, no? So we call that tenesmus, no? Another warning symptom, the fifth one, will be unintentional weight loss. Hindi tayo intentionally trying to lose weight to diet or increase activity, pero payat tayo palaging pumapayat, no? Okay. So we have to find the cause for the unexplained weight loss. Okay. Pero this is not very specific kasi unintentional weight loss can be found can be found in other diseases like hyperthyroidism and others, na? Okay. Pero kung meron kung wala yung change in bowel habit, walang blood, no? Pero meron kang anemia, pagkatapos may weight loss, then you start suspecting colorectal cancer. The other one is abdominal rectal mass. Okay? So detected during physical exam and digital rectal exam. Kung may nakapa yung doktor na on rectal exam, may bukol at may nakapa sa tiyan, or kayo, kung may nakapa kayong bukol, then we start suspecting colorectal cancer. Okay. So practical rule used in medicine in suspecting colorectal cancer. So a new bowel symptoms, bago, new constipation, new persistent diarrhea, new persistent constipation lasting for more than 2 to 3 weeks. Hindi lang 1 day, pero 2 to 3 weeks andyan siya. In adults over 50 years old, whether males or females, should not be ignored and should prompt evaluation for colorectal cancer. So meron kang change in bowel habit for 2 to 3 weeks, adult ka, 50 years old and above, no? Dapat magpa-consult, no? For possible evaluation of colorectal cancer. Doctor should suspect colorectal cancer if the patient, ito usually ang mga rules, guide algorithm ginagamit namin, may bleeding, may bowel habit, may anemia, weight loss. Probably once you have this, more than 90% you have a colorectal cancer already. Kung isa lang, baka mas mababa ang degree of suspicion. No? Tigi-tigi isa lang. Pero kung itong apat andito present ang apat, more than 90% sure ka na you have a colorectal cancer. Another important clinical point, many patients with early colorectal cancer may have no symptoms. Walang nararamdaman kasi maliit pa. And so this is why screening is recommended even in asymptomatic individuals. Yeah, during this month, marami kayong naririnig ng mga screening for colorectal cancer kahit na wala kayong nararamdaman. So they call it screening. So they would ask you, offer colonoscopy na may discount, na may free, etc. Or asking you to have a so-called FIT test, yung fecal immunochemical test for blood, no? So these are the two most common screening tests for colorectal cancer. FIT test, FIT spelled as F-I-T, and then colonoscopy. Even one, I mentioned about six yata I mentioned ko earlier, even one persistent symptoms, especially rectal bleeding and change in bowel habit, and in an adult more than 50 years old, should prompt evaluation of colorectal cancer. And do not just assume, huwag yung sasabihin, hemorrhoids lang yon. Ah? Kasi pag sinabi yung hemorrhoids, ang tendency is to ignore it. Okay. So here it mentioned these are the 7 classic alert symptoms being used for the cancer awareness programs in the Philippines: rectal bleeding, blood in and on the stools. It could be bright red blood or dark blood, and then change in bowel habit, either persistent diarrhea or constipation, or alternating diarrhea and constipation, lasting for more than 2 to 3 weeks. And then change in the stool caliber, yung manipis, no? Small caliber stool. And then abdominal pain, discomfort, no? Persistent cramps, gas pain, feeling of incomplete evacuation, and then unexplained anemia or fatigue, and then unexplained unintentional weight loss. So these are the 7 classic alert symptoms for colorectal cancer. Once you have this, okay, one, yung pinaka-reliable will be the rectal bleeding and then the change in bowel habit. No? The others are very supportive of this to support the suspicion for colorectal cancer. As I said, even isa lang, isang out of the 7, even one warning symptoms, especially rectal bleeding or change in bowel habit, should prompt evaluation for colorectal cancer. So distinguishing hemorrhoidal bleeding from bleeding due to colorectal cancer is important because many patients assume once you have rectal bleeding, it's just hemorrhoids. Hemorrhoids lang yan, sasabihin na ng mga tao, no? So the differentiation relies on the pattern of bleeding, associated symptoms, and patient risk factors. So number one, let's explain the pattern of bleeding. So the pattern of bleeding, yung color sa hemorrhoids, bright red siya usually. Okay? Almost all the time bright red. Sa colorectal cancer, it can be bright red, pero it can also be dark red, maroon, or even mga black stools. No? Okay, dark. Now, in relation to the stools, usually sa hemorrhoids, yung blood, kino-coat niya yung stools or nagdi-drip siya, tumutuloy yung blood right after defecation. Doon sa colorectal cancer naman, yung blood nakahalo doon sa stools, sa dumi. So in terms of timing, usually hemorrhoids, yung bleeding usually occurs at the end of yung pupu, end of defecation. In colorectal cancer, it can occur during passage of stools. Okay? During passage pa lang, meron na. Okay? So the amount of bleeding usually is dun sa hemorrhoids, small streaks of blood, but dito usually occasional lang siya, one episode or 2 episodes. But for colorectal cancer, you can be persistent, recurrent, paulit-ulit. So once you have this paulit-ulit ang bleeding, no, 2 to 3 months, then you suspect colorectal cancer. So this is in terms of yung pattern of the bleeding of the blood. So the color, relation to the stools, kung right after defecation or not, ito, timing, no? And then kung nakabalot, nakahalo sa stools or not, and then the amount. Then in terms of associated bowel symptoms, okay, so there's a change in bowel symptoms, usually absent sa hemorrhoids. Although most of the time, constipation ang nararamdaman ng pasyente with hemorrhoids, no? But in colorectal cancer, there's usually a change in bowel habit starting, let's say, normal and then constipation for 2 to 3 weeks or even longer, or diarrhea. Now, in terms of narrow or pencil stools, sa hemorrhoids, usually wala, present dito sa colorectal cancer. Tenesmus, yung may nafe-feel may naiiwan na dumi, it's very rare in hemorrhoids, no? Unless masakit, ayaw natin idumi, no? But usually it occurs in colorectal cancer. Abdominal pain, yung sa tiyan sa itaas, usually sa hemorrhoids wala, pero dito sa colorectal cancer, pwedeng meron. Now, in terms of systemic symptoms, yung sa buong katawan, kung anong nararamdaman, weight loss, usually none in hemorrhoids, possible colorectal cancer. Fatigue, yung palaging nanghihina, no sa hemorrhoids, but may occur in colorectal cancer. And then anemia, bihira, unless talaga massive bleeding ng hemorrhoids, bihirang-bihira naman yon. So rare ang anemia, yung pallor, yung maputla, but this is in sa colorectal cancer, very common yan, especially dun sa right-sided cancer. Kasi yung sa right-sided cancer, nasa right side pa lang, medyo malayo sa puwet, dadaan pa sa transverse colon, dadaan pa sa descending colon, sigmoid, and the rectum. Before it reach the rectum, usually yung red na yan nagiging dark color na stools, at usually marami, unti-unti, pero marami. So with chronic bleeding, nagkakaroon siya ng anemia. Okay. Now, age and risk factors. Of course, hemorrhoids can occur at any age. But in colorectal cancer, it's more common in 50 years old and above. Family history sa hemorrhoids not related, no? So sa colorectal cancer, it may be present. So the duration will be, yung sa hemorrhoids, often intermittent, pabukso-bukso lang, once in a blue moon. Pero dito sa colorectal cancer, yung mga symptoms ay often persistent and progressive. So key warning signs suggesting cancer. Okay. Bleeding is more suspicious for colorectal cancer if it occurs. Sabi ko kanina, pag may bleeding, mas nakakatakot siya. No? So if it occurs with change in bowel habits, unexplained anemia, weight loss, blood mixed with stools, more than 50 years old, and persistent bleeding. So this is a clue to differentiate yung bleeding from hemorrhoids and against bleeding from colorectal cancer. Kung may bleeding ka na merong kasama rito associated factors, usually colorectal cancer. Even if hemorrhoids are present, you have to remember that colorectal cancer can coexist. Pwede silang sabay andyan siya. Okay. So persistent rectal bleeding in adults should be evaluated, usually with colonoscopy or sigmoidoscopy. Okay. Pwedeng sabay to be present, hemorrhoids and colorectal cancer. Now, for what to do if one has warning symptoms for colorectal cancer, let's just focus our discussion sa adults. So consult a physician right away. You have all these choices, basic physician or general practitioner. We expect them to have some knowledge on colorectal cancer. Internal medicine specialists also. Then some knowledge. Gastroenterologist is more specialized colorectal cancer, but usually they're the one doing the colonoscopy. Then general surgeon can also be consulted. They're also aware of the colorectal cancer. And then colorectal surgeons, usually, these are the specialists who operate on colon and rectum cancer. So these are your choices. No? So you can go directly to a general surgeon or to a colorectal surgeon, or if you want, you can go to a gastroenterologist kung ayaw mo nang dumaan dito sa mga internist, mga basic generalists. Then after you consult a physician, you wait for the recommendations. So they can suggest diagnostic tests like they will do a rectal exam to palpate kung may nakakapang bukol doon sa rectum. Yung rectal exam can reach as high as mga 8 to 10 or even 12 centimeters above the anus. So kung mayroong bukol doon, okay, depending on the character of the mass, the physicians may suspect colon cancer. Kung wala naman, baka hemorrhoids lang yon. Then another diagnostic test that can be done will be the CT scan, and then colonoscopy, and then FIT test, which is ito yung improvement ng occult blood test. Okay? So this stands for fecal immunochemical test for blood in the stools. Medyo mahal lang ito, usually mga 2,000, compared to the occult blood test, which is very cheap. But this is more accurate than the occult blood test. Then after the diagnostic tests have been done, okay, then if you have a diagnosis of colorectal cancer, you have to act accordingly. So remember, in this particular phase of your management, aim for early diagnosis and treatment so that you can have better results. So summary and takeaway, I have discussed the following. What is the National Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month in the Philippines? What are the ultimate main objectives of the Colorectal Cancer Awareness Month? What is a colorectal cancer? What are the warning symptoms for colorectal cancer? And what to do when and if one has the warning symptoms for colorectal cancers. Takeaway in relation to patient empowerment, be always in touch with reliable medical information on warning symptoms for colorectal cancers. Knowledge is power, it gives power. Use the 4 Ks of patient empowerment, kaalaman, kakayanan, karapatan, and kapangyarihan to gain greater control over decisions and make better decisions on warning symptoms for colorectal cancers as part of your health management. So with that, I end my pep talk today. I hope I have empowered you to have a basic understanding on the warning symptoms for colorectal cancers in your health management. Before we go to the QA, question and answer portion, reminder after the pep talk, please take the Olete and have a perfect score to get a certificate like this one. I have placed the link in the chat box. Then, obtaining 25 Olete certificates will entitle one mentee to a free voucher for a RO Hoson medical consultation, either face-to-face or telemedical. And then request is to type in your feedback in the chat box during the open forum and before we adjourn. So let's now have a group picture taking before we start the QA and interaction. Please show your video now. Turn on your video and show your faces. Okay, that's it. One, one, two. Habol si Ellen, wala. One, two, three. Okay. The floor is now open for questions, comments, suggestions, or even consults. Consult is allowed. Free consult. Anybody?
Doc, this is
Yes.
Susan.
Susan, yes. Go ahead, Susan.
I don't I don't remember you telling us the cause of colorectal cancer.
I didn't, that was not part of my lecture today.
Okay. Oh,
I just focus on warning symptoms.
warning sign.
Ah,
Will you have another on that lecture on that?
yeah, I can have another lecture on that. Cause. The
Oh,
cause is,
at least we should know what we can avoid.
yeah. Okay, but
Okay, thank you.
basically, sige, basically we just to give you a general idea. Basically, I can say that number one, we don't know, okay, the exact cause. Number two, yung mga contributing factors will be yung mga diet, no? That could contribute, pero we don't know the exact yung food that can cause colorectal cancer. Of course, family history. Family history is another factor, no? So aside from that, colorectal cancer. So family history, diet, and also yung age. Of course, the age is a factor, no? The age. Pag habang tumatanda, no? So parang wala tayong kalaban-laban sa age eh. No? We don't like, if you want to fight against the age, that means you try not to get old. Pero wala pa namang secret dyan. So how to stay young forever, di ba? Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Anything else? Who has colorectal cancer in their... Sa ngayon, wala ko nakitang may colorectal cancer among the audience, no? Meron ba? Wala. How many have relatives who have colorectal cancer? Wala rin? Baby, meron? Sino? Can you share with us? Unmute? 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 Okay.
Last 2019 po na-detect. Last mga December, Doc. And
Sino?
then,
Sinong
yung
Sino?
pinakita ko sa inyo dating, yung brother ko po, Doc.
Yung brother mo. Okay. Brother mo.
Aha.
Okay.
Nagkaroon siya ng
2019.
nagpa-whole abdomen, tapos colonoscopy, yun, may nakita nga ang bukol. Pero pandemic, so Doc, kaya nung ma-confine siya sa PGH for operation, hindi natuloy kasi pandemic, yung mag-o-opera nagkaroon ng COVID. Ang ginawa po ni Doktora Salonga, driver po ni Doktora Salonga eh.
Okay.
Ano na lang po sa oncologist muna.
Okay.
Check up. Ayun, inano muna siya, kinimo.
Okay.
For 7 infusion. And then nag-ano siya, ano pa to? Celavin, yung oral.
Okay.
For 5 years. After 5 years, Doc, recurrent.
So, walang
Nag-recurrent
operasyon.
siya. So, pa,
Walang operasyon na nagawa.
walang nagawa. Pero nung nag-second na recurrent, ito, kung na-admit sa PGH for charity. So,
Okay.
pinutol and then inilabas yung kanyang parang nilabas yung
Colostomy.
bituka, doon siya nagpupupo.
Colostomy. Okay.
And kaya lang, Doc, oo. Kaya lang nahihirapan po siya kasi ganun yata yun eh, labas na labas yung pupo. Sabi niya parang ayoko nang mabuhay, ganito, ganito. So ginagawa ng paraan po nila doktora. Nagpa-check up ulit kami siguro 3 months lang yung ganun ng situation niya. Nagpa-check up ulit kami sa gastro. Pina-colonoscopy po ulit siya. After colonoscopy, pina-check up po siya kay Dr. Shoko. Na-admit po
Manila Med.
dito sa Manila Med. Opo. Binalik na lang yung kanyang ikinulos, binalik yung bituka. Pero tanggal na yung kanyang bukol.
Okay. So,
As
kailan
of now, Doc, as of now, nagkikimo siya. Sabi ng doctor ng chemo, tapusin hanggang 8 infusion. So, naka-7 na po kami. Malakas
Okay.
po ulit. Nagda-drive na po ulit.
Okay, maswerte
So,
siya.
meron pa po kami one session ng April.
Okay. Maswerte siya. So, nung
Opo, Doc.
during
Ano
the
yun, Doc? Stage 4 nung una.
stage 4,
Tapos opo.
merong kumalat sa liver.
Nung kumalat konti lang, pero yun nga po, nahabol ng chemo niya, pag lagi siyang every 3 months, meron siyang whole abdomen ultrasound or ultrasound, nawala.
Okay. So, ganun yan. So, during
Tapos opo, tapos itong nagpa-whole abdomen CT scan, wala namang nakitang metastasis.
Okay.
Mabuti.
Mhm.
Sige. So, maswerte
Wala
siya.
po, Doc. Opo,
Maswerte
ngayon
na
naging stage 3 na lang po ulit.
Okay. So,
Mm.
let me summarize it. No? Nung nagsimula, pre-pandemic, meron na
Opo.
siyang bukol. Kaya lang, dumating
Opo.
yung pandemic. So, hindi siya na-operahan. So,
Naoperahan. Opo, Doc.
inimo na lang.
Hinimo in 5 years yun siya nag-o-oral at saka nag-infusion siya, Doc.
So, hindi. Yung 5 years kasi
7,
stage 4 na kasi meron na sa liver, no?
Opo.
So, nawala,
Opo.
no? Then
Opo.
after that, inoperahan siya, no?
Opo.
So,
Itong lang last year, Doc. Mga July.
okay. Anong operasyon ginawa sa kanya? Isa liver,
Tinanggal
sinahan.
tinanggal yung bukol and then inilabas yung kanyang bituka. Parang
Okay. Kaya nga.
sa labas tumatay.
So, sa liver, walang operasyon.
Wala, Doc. Wala. Kasi
So,
walang doon.
okay, tinanggal yung colon niya na may cancer, no? So, with a colostomy, no? So,
Opo, Doc.
anong involvement ng colon niya? Right or left? Left
Nasa
side?
right.
Sa
Right.
right. Mas maganda ang
Opo, Doc.
prognosis sa right. Okay. So, sa
Opo.
right,
Okay.
right, mas maganda. So natanggal yung right, yes, siya tumatagal ngayon. So, after that, binalik nila yung colostomy, no?
Opo,
Sinara nila. So,
sinara na po.
ngayon, nagkikimo na lang siya.
Opo, Doc. First, na siya, naka-7, na po siya, infusion. Isa na
Pero
lang.
meron pa bang evidence na natitira na may liver sa liver?
Wala po, Doc. Wala
Okay.
po. Mhm.
Okay, that's good. Sige, so ilang years na? 20, 26? 26 na,
Ano na,
pandemic na.
parang magse-7 o 6 years.
Okay. Good. Ilang taon na yung brother mo?
Nasa 60 daw.
60. Okay.
Plus. Nangyari to
Okay.
mga 50 plus po siya.
Okay. So, yan. So, ano yung possible cause? Yung tanong ni Susan
Ano niya?
kanina.
Ano kasi Dok hindi ko alam kung hemorrhoids o fistula. Ano ba yung fistula, Dok?
Fistula sa puwit yun.
Yun nga, doon po Dok, pina-opera ko siya sa Manila Doctors, tinatanggal pero umuulit.
Hindi,
Tapos yun
hindi.
hirap na siyang pumupo, hirap na siyang may dugo.
Oh. Pero hindi related to the cancer yun. Sa
Hindi po ba
colon.
yun?
Hiwalay
Mm.
yun. No?
Aha.
So,
Kasi Dok, sabi nila, once na sa pagkain, yung manginginom, sigarilyo, tapos kumakain ng mga inihaw-inihaw, totoo ba yung
oh,
cause na yan?
yeah.
Nagko-cause na ganun.
Yeah, those are theoretical causes. We don't know. Kasi maraming kumakain, hindi rin tinatamaan ng cancer. Iba naman, kumakain, tinatamaan ng cancer.
Mhm.
Okay.
Oo.
Sige,
Sige po, Dok.
sana ma-maintain niya yung remission niya para
Opo, Dok.
sana hindi na siya umulit.
Sabay lang dasal, Dok.
Prayer talaga. Okay.
Opo.
So, thank you for
Thank you, Dok.
sharing. Thank you for
Opo,
sharing.
Dok.
So, yung sharing
Thank
niya
you
gives
po.
you an idea, the causes, ano yung symptoms niya?
May dugo yung pupo.
Okay, dugo. So,
Opo.
yun ang pinaka-reliable. The moment kung merong dugo sa pupo, yun ang nakakatakot, no? Okay, but
Mhm.
you have to differentiate it from hemorrhoids. Okay,
Opo.
so,
Mhm.
ganun. So, yung sa kanya, yung the rest, the other symptoms like abdominal pain, meron yon pero usually hindi siya very reliable, no? Hindi siya very
Ah,
specific. So,
mm.
yung bowel habit niya nagbago?
Nagbabago-bago, Dok, noong una.
Pero yung bowel habit, kung minsan, ang hirap din i-predict no? Tayo rin, di ba? Kung
Opo,
minsan,
Dok. Mhm.
diarrhea, kung mako-constipate, hindi natin mahabol yung pattern, di ba? Okay.
Opo,
So,
Dok. Oo.
so, bleeding pa rin ang bleeding,
Opo.
tapos pag sumakit ang tiyan nyo, tapos maliit ang kalibre ng stools, yon reliable yon possible cancer yon.
Ah,
No? Okay?
Opo, Dok. Okay, Dok.
Okay, thank you
Thank you
for
po.
sharing. So I'm happy. Maganda yung may sharing para ma-expound pala ng maigi yung topic. Any
Opo,
more?
Dok.
Perla, ikaw, mayroon kang i-share?
Yung ask ko ng doktor, yung colon cancer, iba din yon kaysa sa colorectal.
Colon cancer is part of colorectal cancer. Ibang sinabing
Oh,
colon rectal, pinagduktong lang yung pangalan. Colon and rectal. Kung,
kasi
kung
mayroon,
pag yung cancer nasa rectum lang, you can call it rectal cancer.
colorectal.
Hindi,
Pag nasa
rectal.
colon pa lang, colon cancer.
Kung ginagamit lang
Oh,
yung colorectal cancer as a term to describe yung scope. Pero
mm,
hindi niya ini-specify kung nasaan. Pero pag sinabi sa rectal cancer, nasa rectum siya, nasa baba, pinakababa. Then pag sinabing colon cancer, hindi rin siya very specific kung saan. Kasi yung pinakita kasi yung picture, mahaba. Na? So,
ah,
pwedeng
opo,
sa right, pwedeng sa left, pwedeng sa transverse colon, ganon. So, basta anything above the rectum, colon ang tawag doon.
colon cancer.
Mas
Ah,
maganda
okay,
ang mas maganda ang prognosis ng colon cancer kaysa rectal cancer. At mas mahirap operahan yung rectal cancer kasi mas makipot yung sa baba eh. 'Di ba? Doon sa may pelvis na makipot, na mas mahirap operahan 'yon, na. Okay?
Whereas kung colon, any part, di ba, maluwag yung ano niya, yung
Mas
lugar
madaling
niya.
operahan, theoretically, pero depende kung anong stage siya. Kung kalat na kalat siya, kahit nasaan siya, mahirap talaga operahan. No?
Okay, Doctor. Thank you.
Kaya importante early stage na ma-diagnose yung colon or rectal cancer para mas madaling operahan, na? Okay. Okay. Any
Opo.
more? Marla, anything you want to share? Wala. Ellen? Ellen Vilaro? Wala.
Wala po.
Okay.
May ask ko, Doctor,
Sure.
ano naman po yung diverticulitis? Ano
Ay,
yun? Ano ba? Parang
diverticulitis, sa colon din siya.
o parang
Pero-
bulsa-bulsa daw yun, sabi nung ano.
Oo. Ah,
Hindi naman siya delikado, Doctor, yon diverticulitis.
not as delikado as not as delikado as ano yun naman? Andali Breakdown doc notes apps. Nakikita niyo yung board, whiteboard? Nakikita niyo itong whiteboard?
Okay.
Yes, Doc.
Wala, Doc.
Yung drawing ko?
Ayan, oo,
Okay.
Doc.
Yes, Doc.
Okay. So, ito yung colon, di ba?
Opo.
Ito yung puwet, na? Ito yung appendix. Yung diverticulitis, palitan ko yung kulay. Yung diverticulitis, it can occur anywhere din, no? Pero mas common dito sa left side, minsan meron din sa right. Ang diverticulitis, parang may outpouching. Ganon. Okay. Ganon. Yan. Ibig sabihin nito, yung wall ng colon, mahina at parang lumolobo siya. Ganon.
Mm.
Okay. So, ito, humina yung, dapat, pag matibay yung colon nito, yung wall nito, dapat straight siya, di ba? Dapat straight. Pero kung mahina dito, may defect, gaganon siya. Okay. So, ito, walang, hindi bukol ito. Parang lumobo lang siya, no? Palabas, no? And then, pwedeng pumasok yung mga dumi dyan, no? Yan.
Mm.
Okay. So, pag pumasok yung dumi dyan, at pag hindi makakalabas, usually nagkakaroon siya ng infection, no? So, we call that diverticulitis.
This.
Diverticulitis. So, yung itis, may, ano yan? Ibig sabihin yan, inflammation, infection. Di ba? Umpisa sa diverticulum ang tawag doon, no? Diverticulum. Diverticulum just means yung outpouching, yung ganito. Pero kung nagkaroon ng inflammation na may infection, gano'n, diverticulitis na tawag doon. So pag nagkaroon ng diverticulitis, pwedeng with antibiotics, pwedeng mawala. Pero kung minsan, nagpo-progress siya into yung mga nana, na? So kakaroon siya ng mga nana, abscess, na? Okay. And then, kung may nana siya, pwede siyang pumutok, no?
Oh.
So, pag ruptured of diverticulitis by the diverticular abscess, pumutok, no? Yan ang delikado, no? Kasi pupunta sa buong tiyan mo no? Yung nana, no? Okay. So, ito yung diverticulum, diverticulosis, no? Ang cause nito, again, age.
Mm.
tumatanda tayo, humihina itong wall, no? Okay. Usually, sa mga matatanda nakikita ito, no? Okay. Kaya usually, ang sinasabi nitong prevention will be to eat high fiber diet. High fiber, no? Para tuloy-tuloy yung dumi pababa, no? Okay. Okay? Gets?
Okay, Doktor.
Okay.
Katakot
And
pala pag pumutok, ano?
yung cancer, iba yun, ha? Yung cancer, bukol yun. Ito, sa loob, no? Yung diverticulitis, palabas. Pero ito, pag may bukol, paloob, no? Pwedeng cancer, pwedeng hindi cancer, no? Okay. Ito yung sa ascending colon. As I said, pwedeng karoon din dito, di ba? Pwede din dito, no? Okay. So, mga bukol tumutubo dun sa wall ng colon, no? Yan ang tumor. Yung diverticulum, yung parang lumolobo lang
Sa
siya.
labas.
Lumolobo palabas, no? Okay? So, kung ito yung cross section, kung yung cut section, pag ito may bukol na cancer, so pag lumaki siya, magbabara na siya. Hindi na, wala nang dumidadaan dyan. Di ba? Kaya pag nagbara, kailangan operahan na. O kaya may colostomy, gano'n. No? So ito may konting lumulusot pa yung dumi dyan, gano'n. No? Okay? Ako ha?
Opo, Doktor. So, ang prevention is mga kakainin mga fiber, mga ganun, para
Yeah.
hindi siya mga hard,
Yeah.
hindi yung mga
I
matitigas.
suppose, usually a high fiber diet ang nire-recommend for patients with diverticulitis. No? Pero in general, I think a healthy lifestyle will include high fiber diet. No? So probably it can be a factor dun sa mga prevention ng colon cancer din. No? High fiber diet. No? Okay.
Thank you, Doktor.
Ano yung mga high fiber diet naman? Paano kayo kumakain
Mga
ng high fiber?
vegetable, mga gulay.
Yeah.
Yung Doktor, yung probiotic.
Probiotic, nire-recommend, pero personally, I don't subscribe to it. Sa akin, natural lang ako. High fiber diet na lang ako. No? So, yung mga veggies na basta linisin ng husto, green salad na lang, huwag lutuin. No? Yan ang kinakain ko. No? Okay. Para may fiber. Kasi pag yung mga gulay, veggies, pag niluto mo, natatanggal yung nadi-decrease yung fiber content. Na. Okay. Anything else?
Okay, thank you, Doktor.
Okay. Wala na? Rochelle, anything?
Wala po, Doc.
Okay.
Or probably, Doc, pwede din niyo po bang ma-elaborate yung bloating?
Bloating.
Oo.
Bloating yung parang kinakabagan. Kinakabagan. That's the other words, I think bloating is kinakabagan. Kasi yung
Yes.
usually mga hangin nag-iipon doon sa bituka.
Opo. Kasi Doc, minsan pag kasi po na-diagnose ako with GERD o yung acid reflux. So yung bloating po medyo madalas yung pag-bloat pagka meron kang acid reflux.
Yung acid reflux, usually kasi nasa itaas yun eh. Yung bloating nasa baba. No? Drawing ko ulit ha. Sandali.
Oo. Parang pareho kasi Doc, pag nagbo-bloat yung pakiramdam, dighay ng dighay, it's either dighay ng dighay or utot ng utot. Yung parang ganun, Doc.
Dighay ng dighay. Ah,
Yung mga gat, kinakagat mo ako.
nakita mo ba yung drawing ko? Nakita
Opo,
yung
Doc.
drawing ko? Okay. So ito yung esophagus. Ito yung stomach. Ito yung small intestine. Ito yung large intestine. Okay. Pag sinabi mong GERD, andit ano yan nasa stomach, saka esophagus yon, no? So, dighay, di ba? So,
Opo.
may air dito, mahangin, magdidighay siya pataas, di ba? Okay.
Mm.
O kaya yung reflux, hindi lang air, baka yung mga stomach content dito umaakyat,
Acid.
no? Acid, no? So, yan ang GERD. Banda rito ang nangyayari, no? Dito sa GERD.
Mm.
Now, in a way, you can say bloated din siya kasi kung may air siya, di ba? Kung may air siya.
Opo.
Pero you can also have air dito sa small intestine. Kung maraming air dito sa small intestine, ang feeling mo mahangin din,
Mm.
parang kinakabagan ka, no?
Yes po.
So, pwede din yon, no? So, large intestine pwede rin. Pero most of the time, if you feel some bloatedness, usually nasa small intestine yon, no? Okay. Kasi mahaba yung small intestine, no? So, small intestine, large intestine mas konti, no?
Mm.
So, you can have bloatedness dun sa kung ang ito yung ano mo, kung ang bloatedness mo dito sa baba, most likely nasa small intestine yung involved, no?
Okay.
Kung sa itaas, yung sa stomach, dito sa itaas, sa epigastric area, no? Sa may sikmura, doon.
Opo.
Okay? So bloatedness, hangin, in other
Mm.
words. Pero what's the cause? Madaming causes. Kumisa sa pagkain, you eat a lot of mga air-forming, gas-forming foods. Marami, hindi natutunawan. No? Okay. Or, kumisan, sa mga may infection, pag may infections kasi sa tiyan, let's say acute appendicitis, may hindi rin dumadaan yung hindi bumababa yung mga dumi rito, kaya umiipon yung mga hangin. No?
Opo.
So, the other cause for bloatedness, yung barado yung bituka, no? Kasi kaya
Opo.
nag-iipon yung
Mm.
ganon. So, yun
Okay.
sa'yo, bloatedness, pwede dito sa sa itaas, pwede sa baba, no?
Opo.
O, tama ka, once you have feeling of bloatedness, i-identify mo kung nasaan. Kung nasa itaas, ang feeling mo, most likely, baka may GERD ka, nasa stomach yun, no? Kung nasa baba, small intestine yon. Baka may nakakain ka masama, gano'n. You just have to wait. You just have to wait hanggang, okay?
Okay, Doc. Okay. Sige po. So sa age ko, Doc, is it advisable na magpa-colonoscopy? O dapat talaga may symptoms muna before mag-undergo ng ganong test?
Ilang taong ka na?
55 po.
Yung page. 55.
Opo.
If you want, number one, if you want a screening test, no, screen lang, wala kang nararamdaman, and then yung recommendation nila 50 and above, di ba? So
Opo.
you
Yun
can
nga
go
po,
for
Doc,
it.
eh.
You can
Okay.
go for it. No? But if your thinking is that wala kang nararamdaman, no, pwedeng hindi. No? Basta you just keep on monitoring yung tiyan mo. No?
Okay.
Okay? Yung pupo mo, saka yung
Opo.
bowel habit mo. No? Pwede rin. No?
Okay. Okay.
Okay. So depende na sa iyo. May family history ka ba? Wala naman.
Wala po. Wala naman, Doc.
Okay. So you have two choices. No? So Of course, maraming nagre-recommend na early screening, colonoscopy, basta
Yes,
50 and
Doc.
above.
Kasi they rely on the age eh. Pag sinabing, oops, 50 ka na,
Oo.
dapat pag ganito ka na, may ganito ka ng test. Kung ano-ano ba?
May advantage, pero kung minsan, parang hindi na ko, I mean, baka ma-overdo rin, ganon, di ba?
Opo, Doc.
Okay. So,
Mas
ako,
naging
personally,
anxious
ako,
lang.
at age
Ah.
77, wala pa akong colonoscopy.
Oh.
Nagre-rely ako sa aking, ino-observe ko yung sarili ko palagi.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay.
Sige po. Salamat, Doc, ha?
You're welcome. Okay, any more questions? Okay. Kung wala na, we'll call it a day. And then, most likely next week, ang topic next week will be breast, baka screening for cancer and breast self-exam. Ang guest speaker natin, si Dr. Ray Benjamin Hoson. Okay. So, siya ang maging guest speaker. Can you show your face? Dr. Ray Hoson? Wala. Tulog na. Mag-duty sa kabila. Okay. Anyway.
Sa clinic ako, sorry. Sa clinic ba?
Okay. So, okay na? You'll be accepting my invitation?
Okay lang.
Okay. So, he will be the speaker next week. No? Okay. So, invite your friends. Kung meron kayong friends who will hear him speak about breast cancer screening and breast self-exam. Or baka dagdagan pa niya other topics. No? Okay. Okay. Thank you. We'll see each other next week.
Okay, Doctor. Thank you. Happy
Bye-bye.
weekends.
Happy weekend
Thank
also.
you, Doc.
Thank you,
Bye-bye.
Doc.
Thank you, Doc.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Bye.
much.